I don't know. I haven't seen Perry since that meeting. She had to run off because Dr. Smith was circling Sandy Medical.
Yeah, Dr. Smith, who's in a very bad mood at the moment.
Yeah, how
And
did you hear about it?
I was woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to come to the city by Aaron Carter
Hmm.
when Jackie Legs got infected. And then shortly after he was infected, it turned out Abby Donovan was also infected because she went up there and spoke with Dr. Smith. And when I was talking with her, she mentioned how he sounded different in the past and he was very angry, um, coming across as a lot more angry than in
Ooh, you're
normal.
that chunky mama I kicked it with a few
And she
nights back.
pushed him too far, and that's why she
Oof,
ended
I
up
stopped eating a little
infected.
bit.
Hmm.
How you doing,
Then,
Oof?
with further
Don't take no
conversations with
offense,
Perry,
mamacita. I like
she
a little
mentioned the
chunk.
same things that he sounded
I just
different,
want to take a bite out of it,
had
baby.
a
With the
very quick
rest and peanut
temper,
butter.
and not really any of the niceties from the past.
Yeah, I heard a similar thing. Well, I mean, during my conversation, he definitely seemed pretty pissed off that I had with him. So,
Yeah, so I wasn't really one that was like in on this supernatural stuff, but unfortunately, things I've been seeing kinda is having me lean into the credibility of them stories now, and I haven't sat down and had a full talk with Perry yet, but she's mentioned that part of his anger may be to do with the fact he no longer wants to be confined to Dr. Smith's body. He's had
hmm.
enough. So I got no idea what's going on there, whether for some reason he's trapped within that body or whether he simply isn't able to leave until whatever task he's conducting is done and it's just taking too long. But if that is the case, then I can see his anger growing a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Okay. How did Doctor Legs get sick? How did that happen?
From what I know so far, he went to check on Krieger, and then when he stepped out, um, him and Perry were talking. Perry turned her back, and the next thing he had collapsed on the floor. So whether it was being in with Krieger or possibly it was a direct contamination by Dr. Smith because he was very bitter about what went on in that meeting, apparently. And Perry thinks it could be a punishment to the doctors.
Oh, shit.
So Norman turned up at the hospital when it happened. Um, I still got to get all the details, but he basically said he was there to collect if necessary. Um,
Jesus.
and I know you know about all the feather stuff because you spoke to, was it, uh, who was it we had? It was Oswaldo we had in interrogations, and you said there was no need to discuss that to him.
Hmm.
Um, Perry had a feather from that white raven, Hope, and questioned Norman about would it help. and Norman implied it could. So Perry used that feather on Jackie, and he seemed to stabilise. But it does seem Jackie is the target for Norman to take whatever he takes from people.
Interesting, alright. So Jackie's stable in hospital at the minute?
Last I knew, he was stable. He was in ICU. He was unconscious the night it happened. I spoke to a couple of, well, I spoke to Perry and another doctor yesterday, tried to get an update, and any further news. So I'm assuming he's still stable. I'll get an update later today.
Alright. And then you had some concerns about the whole Aspen thing as well?
Yeah, the fact she obtained cures, apparently, I don't know the full details of it. I just know she apparently had 2 cures, and she gave at least one of them to Princess when there's many of officers still in the position of being sick, and she didn't even contemplate giving it to the doctors to look at, it seems. It's very counterintuitive to what someone should be doing in her position. Especially when you couple it with the fact she pulled everyone off the investigation.
Yeah, has that been confirmed yet? I haven't spoken to Aspen, but that's what I had heard happened.
Yeah, that's what I've been told happened. I haven't spoke to Aspen either. The fact that Princess was very evasive, I think is probably the best word of it from what I've heard in regards to getting answers out as to where she got a cure from, isn't helping.
Yeah, Princess concerns me, I'll be honest. You know, she says that she's not going out of her way to kind of investigate or whatever, but then she also has all these theories and things like that on all the information she's getting, and then she got the cure, you know.
And she's always nearby when something happens.
Yeah, like that. Were you around last night for this Edgar situation at the house?
No, I've not been well the past couple of days. Things have been very brief. I came on duty to back up Aaron with Jackie, and then I popped on duty yesterday just to get a brief update and check Erin's not doing anything stupid given her past relationship with Jackie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They used to date. They only recently broke up, so I was kind of worried she may be willing to push boundaries to help him out. And by that, I mean she may have been willing to go speak with either of the 2 people she should be speaking with.
Oh, yeah.
At least, yeah. So what happened with Edgar?
There was some strange guy with a mask on the roof of the supermarket opposite. They photographed him, that kind of thing. For some reason, in one of the photos, Princess Elena's car's blown up in the road. Then there was also a car parked nearby that looked like the car that those 3 suspected faceless people turned up at Edgar's house opposite. Looks like a similar car, like a G-Wagon type thing.
Okay.
But then that guy on the roof, they went up there to go get him, and all that they found was like a crow flying overhead. So the guy kind of disappeared, and then there was a crow flying away. So I don't know whether that's they just lost eyes of the guy or whether it's something more.
Yeah, that's a strange one.
Yeah.
Jesus, he looks like something out of Mad Max.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I don't know what to think of it yet. I got some ideas, but I don't want to start spilling theories before I got something concrete.
Yeah, the fact Princess's vehicle was there is very intriguing.
Hmm.
I've actually kept out the Edgar case personally. I took a very much back seat in this investigation from the point of being told, nope, you can't even attempt to arrest Mr. Smith. And given that the things he'd done deserved arresting, I was getting frustrated that no one was willing to even go along that route.
Yeah.
Of course, the fact I didn't believe this supernatural stuff had a lot to do with that. I'm still intrigued what would happen if we attempted it, but at this point, I think people have pushed the limit too far already, and it probably is too much of a risk now.
Yeah, I mean, I got sick in a hazmat, and all I did was disagree with the guy that life isn't all about fucking suffering. So if we go and try and tell him to put his hands up and try and get him in handcuffs, I can only imagine the disaster that would be. It's difficult, man. I get it. I dealt with the same thing 8 years ago when this first kicked off, because we're so used to dealing with everything by the book. Someone's done something bad, we need to arrest them, and then you realize what you're dealing with, and it's unorthodox, and it's difficult I think it's difficult to adapt to. Because, our skills with investigating still come in handy, but the normal way we would wrap up cases they don't really work. So, yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, it's hard to know what he actually wants as well, but it seems from what he says he wants us to advance the race. And that his virus is a way of doing it, but it appears to me like the goal, as in the storybooks have been handed around, is that somehow by curing this virus, it's gonna make us stronger.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he said himself, but I think that book also mentioned that it wasn't about curing, it was about control.
Yeah, that it did.
So,
Well, it seems with Dr. Smith, he doesn't care about humans at all. And it seems he wants nothing more to do with us based on the latest conversations I've been told.
yeah, when I spoke to him, he said he was disappointed and thinking about, to him, he's got some twisted idea of the fact that he's the one that's been keeping us going this whole time by making us sick and causing us pain and suffering. And that's been keeping us away from Judgment Day, I guess. But now he's thinking that it's not worth it anymore. And he's thinking about changing his mind.
Either option doesn't sound like a good one at this point.
Yeah. But I've learned that the best thing to do when these things feel cosmic and otherworldly is you focus on the small bits, the stuff that we can control. And the stuff that we can control is looking into this Jason Todd, because she owns a hell of a lot of Cypress properties, which is pretty interesting. And then is now calling herself the director. So we can look into her. We can look into Aspen and what she did, and you know the potential. It's a difficult situation, but you know, to put it bluntly, if possible corruption, if she's working with someone like Smith to basically say, I'll stop looking into you in return for, you know, something personal, which is the cures, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's a very difficult and niche situation, so... And then Princess is a strange one.
It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you probably would see a lot of Jason, and I think maybe touch base. Was it Peters that came and spoken to you?
Yeah, Marshall Peters spoke to
I
me
think
along...
Peters. Yeah. Sorry, with Judge who?
Judge Danielson.
Okay, yeah, he was there. Honestly, I'd recommend you and Peters kind of getting together and looking into her together, because she's... I don't see her. I don't really see Nino or anything either. So, I mean, I'll have a chat to Peters about it, and maybe you two just dig around and find out who she is a little bit. Maybe question her about it, you know, that kind of thing. And then...
Yeah, I think a discussion needs to be had with Nino as well, but
100%.
I felt that was a bit above my pay grade, given that technically he's above my chief. It feels like people could see that as a conflict.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll have a chat to Peters about it, because obviously, you know, he knows a bit more. So I'll have a chat to him and see if we can get that on track, to have talks with Nino and Jason. And then I will do my best to talk to Aspen and try and figure out the situation a bit more. And then I'll also keep my eye on Princess as well, and see if I can, I guess, get more of an idea about what she's up to.
Yeah. Okay, just bear with me one moment, please.
All right. Ow! That's what I had to bear with. The hell, dog? Fucked up. You know that? I should hit you back, you know? I should do it. But I'm a good man. I'm not gonna do it. I'm the bigger man. What the hell? What the fuck?
Are you littering?
No, there's worms. There's just a pile of worms in the bush. I'm returning them to where they should be.
To the natural environment. Okay,
Yeah, why'd you punch me for,
that.
man?
Oh, sorry, I must have been having a spasm because of the ringing in my head.
Alright.
I didn't even realise I'd done it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I appreciate you kind of coming to me, Doc, with these concerns, and they definitely are pretty big concerns, so.
Yeah. Try and get to the bottom of some of this. after today, I should have some more time free because this fucking Hydra raid stuff will finally be over after 6-7 months.
When's that? When's that case set?
It's at what 1900 UTC today.
Oh, today. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is that your appeal about the?
No, because they dropped that saying that the warrants had been changed, the system's been changed, so they felt it no longer was necessary. And honestly, I couldn't be bothered to argue with them.
Okay.
At the time, Justice Grayson, as she was then, had stated that the DOJ probably be willing to just pay a settlement to LSPD to help with the costs, given all the DOJ fuck-ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it felt kind of unnecessary. Whether that'll stick now she stepped down to a judge is a different matter. So it's just a civil case tonight.
Which is against you guys.
Yeah, Jackie, Mika, Arnold Cole, and Fee Hernandez. I feel most of it should have been thrown out already, given that Robin lied to the judges at a pre-trial, stating he was going to put. Yeah, he said he would put evidence up at the last moment, and he basically was saying he's just being a dick because I put evidence up at the last moment that I realised Ben had missed out during the criminal trial.
Right.
And then he posted no evidence up, so there's the entire case is going to hinge on him questioning one of their let's see which one, Amika Rose I think it is, and he's called me and Maxwell as witnesses, and I really can't see how he's going to win a case based on that. The only thing he should win is the fact that we night raided without it being on the warrant.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that at this point there's any proof of, so it should be a simple let's settle based on that and be done with. But no, he's had to drag this all out. It's beating a dead horse at this point.
No, I agree with you, mate. It should have been over, man. Especially with Den just disappearing into the fucking wind as well.
Yeah, I'll probably make another pre-trial motion to get most of this thrown out, because what's the case basically on holding Amika Rose and the rest of them too long is gonna be, yeah, I say they held me too long. There's literally no evidence of it.
Yeah. Well, boy.
But, yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, good luck with that one, mate.
Yeah, hey, as long as I keep this lawsuit under a few million, I think I've done well.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for the talk.
No problem, mate.
I'll get together with Peters and figure something out. If he is willing to talk to Nino, I'm willing to be there. I have a decent enough relationship with Nino, which is one of the reasons as well I don't want people to suspect any wrongdoing and speak to him alone.
Yeah, 100%. All right, mate. You
okay.
You take it easy, all right?
You too.
All right. I need to go have a break for a minute. Get myself a drink, a snack. 7 TVs down? Really? I also saw that Bruce is around. So we need to go execute the search warrant on Bruce's phone. And then we also want to talk to Perry, I think. I just saw Perry's around. That door's fucking... Alright, I'm back in a sec, chat. I'm back. All right. Roger's around too. Okay. Let's go and grab Bruce's satchel. Holy shit. Opal. What's this about? Class 2 possession? Cool. We need to export this. Let's go find him. Can I close this from this far away? No, 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 no. Fuck. Alright, let's go find Bruce. Two secs, reply to Corky. I got some minstrels. But they've been in the fridge, so they're really fucking hard, dude. I'm gonna break my teeth. Alright, let's have a look at Bruce. Tuna services. He's on the phone. Let's just go down to the tuna shop.
Well, I'm out. Disregard.
Going
Fuck's sake.
Illusion, south on Illusion.
Oh shit, okay.
So I went on Olympic. I'm gonna cut through all the way to Dutch London.
South on Illusion, about to hit the bridges to go west.
Broshi. It's early for car man, isn't it?
Hit the first bridge, it's going over the docks now, but on Illusion Fields westbound.
Am I gonna be addicted to Atomful? I haven't tried it yet. I don't think my PC will run it anyway, but I need to get Game Pass. Is it good, Christian? Assuming it is if you're fucking addicted to it.
I'm on the bridge. Are they still maintaining bridge?
Hey firm, they're coming towards you, Carmine.
Yeah.
Visual, they're going west correct.
How long of a game is it? Like, is it a long one or a short one?
Holding right, going off-road, northbound. Disregard.
20 hours? That's pretty decent.
Utopia Parkway. East on Utopia Parkway.
If it's a 20-hour game, it'd probably take me 40 hours. Because I have FOMO.
Some vehicles dodging traffic. Weather is raining. Taking the dirt jump. Slowing down heavily. Carmine. U-turn, U-turn, U-turn. Continuing westbound to London.
Yeah, I heard about the no quest thing.
Average speed west on the London.
Cool, dude.
Slowing down heavy. Getting on the Porta Freeway northbound.
$50? It's on Game Pass. You pay like a... You can pay $1 for a fucking trial period.
Now continuing
For a month,
southbound
though.
to La Porta.
You don't have to pay the whole price.
Bridges.
Yeah, man. Game Pass is sick.
They definitely like to stay on the freeway. So we're continuing eastbound.
If I play it, that's why I'm going to play it.
Let's try
Game
to keep
Pass.
up, continuing full sending in eastbound.
Honestly, Discord Nitro gives me like Game Pass trials a bunch. I need to use them.
Ocean K. Is approaching Elysian Fields.
Is it already going north?
Yeah, I should have.
What's going on here?
Yeah, still going north.
That's it. I got that.
I see it, yeah.
Finally, Elysian Fields Freeway.
Holding on to it, King.
We'll try. McQuillan, S plus boost, northbound. Elysian Fields.
Ooh.
Need you.
S plus. Oop.
Yeah, they're continuing northbound, about to merge westbound. Del Perro Freeway.
Well, I'm not going to get any backup.
If I
If
get
this
hit
goes
by a local
badly.
again, I'm committing genocide against all of them. Still westbound, Del Perro Freeway.
King!
We're really freewaying it, but westbound Del Perro speeds
That-
189
dude,
miles an hour.
if I hear
traffic.
sirens, I'm pulling
Very
to the
light,
right.
and
Why would you
weather
cut
is
in to
wet
the
as
right
fuck.
side?
Taking the exit for North Rockford.
What the fuck? I heard sirens. I was like,
struggling
gotta
with that.
yield.
Maybe that's why they're
Nearly
on the
took him
freeway. I don't
out.
know. Northbound North Rockford. Yeah, it does look like it struggles a bit. Left westbound, if you left southbound on the promenade. Oh, they sort of 50'd into a tree next to Bahama Mamas.
Bruce isn't here.
Second for your comms, right, westbound, red desert, right, passing the blue cage. Approaching Bay City, right, northbound, Bay City. Passing the blue cage again, crossing over Marathon. Northbound Bay City. Taking a right east.
Reach B2 hotline.
Yeah, what's
Please leave a name and number and we'll get back to you.
One overhead, we're continuing
Beep.
eastbound with the clips.
Hello, Bruce. It's dark. I've got an engine, and I don't really know what to do with it, but I want to put it in my CVPI. I came to the tuna shop, but there's nobody here, so can you come help? Thanks.
Beep.
Higher speeds than by. Continuing
We'll see if he comes.
What is down?
Hello.
Oh no.
Hi, Mr. Dark. I see that you left a message with B2 Customs answering machine. You said you need an engine placed.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right there. Give me like a minute.
No.
Cause you soon.
Replacement. That's fine.
Bye.
Oh well.
Bye bye. He doesn't know. Pepe laugh, but
capital, continuing southbound popular. Approaching Innocent, slowing.
he doesn't know.
Left, northbound, Elysian Fields Freeway and travel.
See what I mean? That thing looks rough to turn. I'm not blaming them for going on the freeway. Maybe it's just a
Northbound
wet.
Elysian Fields. Merging Del Perro westbound. Probably slick tires and the wetness.
Maybe.
Passing that Ocean exit. Except North Rockford, Rainbow Garage, westbound Del Perro. 22, they've taken La Porta.
You got it all nice on a pretty document for him too. I need to make sure that's the right lane. Hold on.
Innocence. Slowing at Innocence, left eastbound Innocence. Taking a right back southbound onto Laporte Upper. Correct lanes of travel merging correct.
Yep, it is.
Taking Dutch London eastbound. Running northbound off-road to Mutiny.
Brucey!
Approaching Altar.
Is he gonna get the engine thing?
Across the
One
grass
moment,
onto
let me
Old
sign
Northbound.
in real quick.
Passing Station Yard. Crossing Innocence. Approaching Adams Apple. Crossing Adams
What
Apple.
we're working with.
Continue northbound Altar.
Can I share something with you?
Crossing Sunny
Absolutely.
Crest, Arcadia.
What's your state ID?
Just full sending north on Altar speed to one side.
Don't tell me you got my subpoena from my phone.
Right.
No. So no subpoena, Bruce.
9994.
Right.
However, it is a search warrant, Bruce, for your phone. I'm gonna need you to hand that over. And I'm gonna be searching it specifically for the number as listed in the warrant check.
You can't take my phone like that.
I
They got
can. I have a
things-
signed search warrant, so
Crossing Adams Apple.
I need you to hand your
Dear.
phone over, Bruce.
22 crossing
Wait, for
over
right now?
Innocence.
Are you gonna
Right
take it
now,
from-
yes.
Oh, wait, but the question is, am I getting it back right now?
Yes, you'll get it back right now.
Okay. Say less. You'll review this
All I
document
am
real
looking
quick.
for, I'll be going through your phone only through your contacts, and only grabbing the contact detail information for the number
Is this with a
612-3473. I shared it as a document, yes.
Now Little Bighorn. Go around.
Give me one moment. Let me read it real quick. Who's it signed by?
A judge.
Judge.
Hohenstein and correct lanes of travel.
Yep.
Sending it all the way through, going to be merging on
Which judge?
Dutch London. Disregard for sending it straight through
Hello?
onto the track.
Justice Murray
Parallel with
Falconer.
Signal Street.
Oh, Falconer. Oh, okay. You know,
Merging
He
on
is a
place to
weirdo.
place.
did you know he likes to suck on toes?
I think you're confusing him with Scotty Bard, Bruce.
Well, they're one and the same. You know, they're part of the toe sucking club.
Interesting.
Give me one moment. Let me read this.
Your north signal. Merging on Dutch London.
We'll just keep that one out of it this time. I think Matilda went down. Just gonna is what it is. It's alright. People to impound it though, that'd be really good.
North Roy Lowenstein. Slowing left west on Carson.
But you can read it afterwards, okay? I'm gonna need that phone. You've had
I-
enough time. Hand it over.
Right, hold on, I'm reading it. Okay, so the
Merging,
personal contact
Alta.
name saved by Bruce Baylor on his phone
Right,
number
North
for
Alta, right again into an
420-612-3473. Duration caught current. Suspicion of what crime?
Oh, they dropped stuff off
Conspiracy.
again. We'll clear up that second box.
Felony. Obstruction of justice. Are
I
you
don't know why they
kidding
keep
me?
doing this. It's fucking stupid.
Hurry up, Bruce.
Okay, I'm reading this motherfucker, man. Hey,
So I don't want to have to detain you and take that off your person.
No, we'll clear
I'll
up
give
that
it to you.
like any
I'm not gonna
vehicle
take.
involved.
You,
I don't know why
just
they
let me
keep doing
read,
this.
please.
Amateur hour.
No, Bruce, I need you to hand the phone
You
over.
hear that, Lucas?
The
Amateur
26.
hour.
Can't read
Bruce.
the document.
I'll put them
I can't read the document without the phone.
We're continuing.
Yeah, you can read it
east on
afterwards,
Innocence,
mate. I need you to hand the phone over.
I'll
passing
get my
over
phone
the
back right now.
freeway.
Right now.
Okay. Not dark. I'll let you know
Left,
something.
North El Rancho.
What's that?
You're gonna be entering Mirror Park. You know, when the
Right,
number
hold on.
he said is spin to.
Better not look at any other text.
Nope.
Nothing to hide.
Okay, Bruce, just sit tight.
All right.
I'll be in the corner. Okay. It's documented. What is him? Okay. I'm looking for 612-3473.
Just going upstairs.
Okay, bro. Sure. Three, 4, 7. I can't search numbers, can I? Which is really annoying. Wait, I know what I can do. No, you can't. I know what I can do. I can do this easier. I'm gonna search the list with a notepad, but I'm not actually taking it out. I'm just searching the list. Okay, this is not working. Bear with me. Alright, I found it. Okay. This is what he's got it saved as. Okay. I saved as confused. Okay. I'll just do one little thing. Yep. Make sure I got the right number. 612-3473. Yep, that's correct. Delete that. OCL checks for any edits to the contact within past 10 minutes. Just in case. I got minstrels, Galaxy minstrels, they're really nice. Share? Nope. No, thank you. Have you seen it? You didn't see it? Bro! We'll do it the hard way. So you did have the number saved, huh, bros? Gonna just tell me straight up, huh?
Did I? I don't know. If you look at that
Yeah,
phone,
man.
there's a lot of numbers in there, phone numbers. Wait, before you give it back to me, before you get back to me,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now look at 3.0 flat 3.0. Look at that one. You can open it up. I give you permission to open it up. Very first number.
3.0 L flat, that one?
Yep.
What's that?
What do you think that is?
3 liters flat. I don't know. Is that how quick you can, how much you can chug in like 20 seconds? How much Diet Pepsi?
Don't play dumb. All sorts of names and numbers that are just saved in there because I don't know who they are and it happens so quick. I just put shit in there. When phone numbers call me, I don't know them. I put all sorts of dang shit on the names. I don't know who they are, what they're doing, what they want. Everything I said in that interview or that interrogation.
All right, Bruce. Well,
let me get my phone back. Next time, and you know now, next time, do things the right way and not a dickhead way. I have no problem giving you my
the right
phone.
way was asking you, man.
Oh, no.
You're the dickhead for making me go through a bunch of fucking paperwork.
Yeah, bullshit paperwork at that. You know, according to...
According to what?
Document that you served, that shit is full of a lot of fluff. You made a lot of assumptions and implications. Like, it's between me and my phone, which is a general statement that any information on my phone is between myself and my phone. So therefore, you twisted that to put into the search warrant to benefit you and your stance and your suspicion. So that's one thing. Let's talk about the next that I implied by saying, if you want to know, you would subpoena the phone. That's another thing. Any number on that phone, if you want to know, and that's legally binding, legal terms, if you want any information, I don't have to provide you. It's my right.
Right.
So therefore, you twisted those words again to get the search warrant approved. Now, if the judge, Falconer, would have reviewed the interview, he would have seen firsthand all the information that was shared in that discussion. And there was a lot more than just what you put here. So what you've done is cherry picked to fit your unique situation to get this shit approved. You know what? This is a thing that's been happening with the marshals. When I got raided the first time, Daisy fucking Ducatis did the fucking same thing and added all sorts of shit, went back 6 months to get me charged currently. That's how bad the marshals are. Now, I'm very upset at this point because all you had to do is call me, right? With the search warrant, once it was approved, and I'll hand the phone over. But what did you do? You told me you wanted an engine replaced. Where's the engine at, Dark?
Got my ass.
Okay, so now you see what I'm saying? Listen, I will work with the marshals when I'm required to legally. I'm not going to work with the marshals on my free will without legally being told to do so with a signature from a judge.
Listen, Bruce, you ain't going to legally work with us because you're working with some pretty dangerous people. That's why.
I'm not working with anybody, brother. I haven't worked with whoever you want to call. What's the group?
Don't pretend like you don't know, Bruce. It's embarrassing.
No, what's the group? I ain't worked with any group. The only group I've been working with is Cypress. I'm proud. And B2 Customs. I do mechanics stuff. That's all I do. You know this. I do it every day. You see my ads. You see what I do. I get arrested from time to time because I like to have some fun and get some adrenaline. But other than that, I don't work with no kind of terrorist groups or any kind of goddamn crazy shit that you were trying to tie me to.
Of course not, Bruce. Of course not.
So, again, let's go back to the issue at hand here that you provided a whole bunch of bullshit details in there to cherry pick to fit your narrative. And then had me come down to the tuna shop, the place of my business where I do a lot of work with a lot of customers and clients. What if this was filled, right? What if there was tons of people in here and you served me like this? Is that very professional?
I don't care.
That's exactly
I'll shove you whether you're at your front door, whether you're in your underpants, whether you're in a business full of people.
You don't care. Maybe in your job, you should do a little more professional work and ethics. Okay? And that's all I got to say to you.
Okay. Thanks, bros. Thanks for your time, mate. I'll be in touch. Well, we asked him about edits, but we didn't get a reply, so I guess we'll never know. Fluff doesn't matter. You don't have to tell me. I know. Outlaws probably the second best British game ever made. I think it quite beats Thank Goodness You're Here. I haven't played that one either, dude. I haven't played that one either. What else was I gonna do? Can't remember. I'm lost. Fuck. Perry. I think we're gonna talk to Perry. Perry, right?
Hello, Doc.
Hi, Perry. How are you?
Could be better, but I'm okay.
You up for a chat? Cup of coffee or something?
I don't really like coffee, but yeah, we can have a chat.
I'm usually talking to Americans. You with who?
I'm with Doc at the moment.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys at?
Driving around.
Oh, okay.
Where do you want to meet?
I can meet, I'm at Legion Square right now, so I guess I'll park up behind the bank.
Okay, we can go to Legion Square.
Alright, I'll see you soon.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Dumpster diving. Spela. It's number. Contact details.